People are becoming millionaires on YouTube. This is how. In this video, I'm going to share with you my biggest secrets. I'm going to introduce you to Nate Woodbury. He is the person responsible for all of my success on YouTube. We are going to be sharing with you all of the secrets. I'm going to share with you exactly how I get it done. And I'm going to show you how I make millions on YouTube and how you can do it too. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. You gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that, yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that, let's fix that.
So many people are always asking me about my secret weapon, my success on YouTube, and it has really become my secret sauce to my business. It has taken my business from millions to nearly tens of millions. Like, it is really, really crazy, the power of YouTube. And I tell them, you are my secret sauce. So let's kind of talk to it, let's teach on it, and let's just go there. So of course, when I met you and we started working together, we officially launched, was it January of 2020 or February of 2020? Okay,
yep.
So let's say
January
of 2020.
21st.
Okay, wow, January 21st, 2020. So before the pandemic. Yes, so I remember. So when I came to you, I had only about 5,000 subscribers. So I was doing my YouTube channel, as you already know, and I'm just kind of making videos myself using my phone. And I am a real estate entrepreneur. I was not using it to generate leads. I really was just using it because I was bored and wanted to teach what I was doing.
So your business was successful, but you weren't getting much from YouTube.
No, I wasn't getting anything from YouTube. And I don't even think that I thought that I could until you came along and kind of showed me the light.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have to say you were very coachable. You struggled with some of the things that, like the curiosity hooks and stuff, keeping people engaged and whatnot, but you were just really coachable. So
yeah.
I remember that. And we just kept filming month after month after month. We were filming 20 episodes every 4 weeks.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
That actually was really easy. I think most people think that it's going to be difficult, but it actually was way easier than flipping houses or, doing wholesaling and some of the things that I was doing in real estate. And so the fun thing about it, when I came to YouTube and you gave me the strategy, so that was like the big thing for me. I didn't even know what I could get from YouTube. So what are some of the things that an entrepreneur or someone with a business can get from YouTube?
Well, that's the perfect question, because most people look at YouTube as ad revenue, or maybe sponsorships. They hear about sponsorships or brand placement or something, right? But when you have a business like you certainly do and did back then, you can leverage YouTube to really build a following of people that want your information, want your expertise. And so the YouTube channel is just a way for people to find you or find your business. Well, really find the information that they're looking for that your business then helps them with.
Yes. So let's talk about this for a second, because it's just so simple and so easy, but it really took me probably a month to figure out. Like you said, when I first started, you're like, make 20 videos. You can make them in one day. I'm like, this is super easy, but I still didn't get the point of making the 20 videos and what the point of the video was. Tell everyone how you got me there.
All right, so we have a very step-by-step process. The first step was the leaf strategy.
Yes.
There's a lot more depth on my channel where I go into the leaf strategy, but in summary, we did keyword research together, and we found very long titles, very long questions actually, that people are asking online. So it might be how to invest in real estate with no money.
Right.
So the magic of it is somebody goes to Google or YouTube and they type in that really long question. Well, they find your video and you're just giving the answer to the question. So it's really easy.
Yeah.
You're just answering their question, but at the end of the video, you simply say, well, now that you understand the answer to this question, I've got a free gift for you. Go ahead and get my free book in the link below.
Right.
And what has that done
Voila.
for you?
So let's talk about this, because this is where my mind was blown. The call to action. So in the videos, you're making these 20 videos, and then at the end of it, there was always this call to action. You said you're going to answer their question because these are things that people are searching for, and you are flipping houses, you are doing wholesaling, you know the answer to these questions. And I'm like, yes, and I want to go on YouTube and I want to tell them the answer. But I did not understand that the call to action would quadruple, like 10x or even 10x my business. Simply saying, get my book, or call me, or, do you want a consultation, or do you want to learn more? Like, that call to action blew my mind and blew my business out of the water.
Yeah, and you were even saying within the first month or two, you started generating leads? Because this is a long-term strategy.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it really exploded at like the 7.5-month mark, but you were generating leads even in the early months.
From month one. Even when I was getting, you know, people would be sad that they're getting 10 views or 100 views. I was never sad, because even if 100 people watched my video, that means like 7 or 8 people had called me. Like, I was getting some good leads from that. And think about it. You do 20 videos, and even if you only get 5 people to call you from each video, that's 100 people every single time. And I mean, it just snowballed, because I did the 20 videos. People aren't watching them, but a few people are watching them. Then every single time at the end of the video, I'm saying, call me, get my book. And now the leads are exploding.
I love hearing that.
I couldn't believe it. I still, and so let's go into this for a second, because most people, I explain this to them and they're still not getting it. You said something that people don't understand. You said we would find things that people were searching for. Talk about that for a second, because even I didn't get that. They were searching for it, so I was their answer.
So a lot of people understand that you've got to make a great video.
Yes.
Right? And so they'll imagine somebody made a great video. Steven Spielberg produced this video.
Yeah.
But even Hollywood has to market their videos. They have to create and build an audience so that they will get some ticket sales or whatnot.
Right.
Well, if we make an amazing video and we put it on YouTube, if there's not a strategy or there's not a built-in audience, you're not going to get any views. There's just going to be crickets chirping. You know?
Right.
So when we do keyword research first, we find the questions that people are asking.
Right.
So for you, we did a lot of questions on Airbnb real estate and on side hustles and business credit and other topics like that. And so we found the really specific questions. When I say specific, I'm talking like 8 words long, 9-word, 10-word questions.
Yeah.
But there's actual consistent people every month searching for those long questions. So that's where you start.
Yes.
You know, that's step one, is finding that, and then you know what the title of your episode is. Well, what that does is it makes a built-in audience for your video.
Right.
So then obviously you're delivering amazing content, amazing value. You have that call to action at the end. There's other ingredients along the way, but that's the main structure that will basically help the people that are looking for your services find you, love you, admire you, want to hire you.
Absolutely. So here's the fun thing. So not only because they were searching for this question, they typed in the question. Let's even go, because I mean, this blew my mind. So YouTube is owned by who?
Google.
Mm-hmm. And where do people search for things?
Either Google or YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
Or even if they search in Google, it still shows them YouTube.
Right.
I realized people would rather watch a video teaching them the answer than reading an article teaching them the answer. They'd much rather watch the video. It's so easy to consume.
Yeah, how-to content, there's so much of it out there on video that yeah, you're right. Obviously, people oftentimes go to YouTube to do that search.
Right.
Or a lot of searches are done on Google, and you're right, Google sends them right to YouTube.
Yes, that is what I realized, and that's what people were telling me, that they searched in Google and ended up finding my video on YouTube. And so it was so powerful. It was like you have double the amount of people searching, because YouTube and Google, because Google's going to push them to YouTube.
Here's the magic of how this works. Okay, if we rewind, we'll go back 10 years.
Yes.
When the main, like the cutting edge type of marketing was website SEO.
Yes.
Website SEO is really hard, because you've got to build a whole bunch. You've got your website, and let's say you do an article and blog. Yeah, it's complicated.
Yes.
What we're talking about for YouTube is simple.
Simple.
Because you had to make your website a big authority, so that it would outrank all the other big authority websites.
Right.
So YouTube is a huge, big, crazy authority website,
Yes.
and all we have to do is make a video for a really specific question, and it will rank on the top on the day that we post the video in most cases.
Oh, you have to say that again, because I didn't even realize that. Like, you're getting your videos ranked on their website highly.
Mm-hmm. And typically it ranks on day one.
Yes, on day one. And so it can build really fast. And so to me, you know, people say 7 months. That is not a long time for something to explode. You know what I mean? Because not only did it kind of just grow over 7 months, by the 7th month, we were
averaging 20,000 views a day. So it's like, yeah, that was but that was a huge result. Yes. That was a huge result for that amount of time.
Well, I think it was due to your strategy, because it was just so smart.
Combination of your awesomeness, the strategy is a key part of it. Absolutely.
Yes. Whoa, hey, that was an amazing video, wasn't it? This is Noelle Randall here, and I want to invite you to learn directly with me and Nate Woodbury here, live in person. Come to Orlando, Florida, and see me and learn how to do this YouTube thing. Nate and I are having an event. Check it out. Go to noelleandnate.com. That's Noelle, Noelle, and A-N-D, Nate, N-A-T-E. noelleandnate.com. We are having a 3-day event where we are teaching you my exact strategy to YouTube, how I did it with my business, showing you some tips and tricks so that you can get leads in your business and how you can grow your YouTube channel organically using search words the same way that I did and gaining a massive audience. Learn directly from me and Nate Woodbury. He's the guy, Be the Hero Studios. He helped me build my channel. It's he and I in Orlando, Florida. This is an exclusive opportunity, kind of once in a lifetime. We are not doing this event over and over. So get your tickets right now, noelleandnate.com. Get your tickets today. I cannot wait to see you in person. Bye.